Mama, yo, I hope you and Baba are doing just fine. I'm happy to tell you that life here in Accra has been nothing short of amazing. I found a very nice job in one of the city's finest restaurants, the kind that we usually hear about in the radio, and the salary is really good. Where I live now feels like a dream, Mama. It's a beautiful apartment filled with expensive furniture and really nice gadgets. The lights never goes off, and the food here is so good. Every day here feels like a blessing, Mama. At night, I sometimes step out to see what the city looks like, and it feels like it never sleeps. Guess what, Mama? I heard from Clement. He's now working with one of the biggest oil companies in Takrady. He says the job is hard, but he makes a lot of money. We talked about you and how proud we are to be doing something with our lives. Don't worry about us, Mama. Your children are shining in the city of dreams, and very soon we'll send you some money. With much love, your daughter, Hannah.
This letter represents the experiences of many who have walked the same path. A child's voice speaks of hope, yet the reality is that they are really going through struggle and pain. Now, how many of us in this room will hide our pain in order to protect our family's hope? In Northern Ghana, data shows that over 100,000 youth annually migrate south to take up menial jobs. I also, in 2022, migrated to Qatar, believing that I could create something meaningful for myself and my family. But in the burning deserts of the Gulf, reality hit hard. I shared a studio room with 18 other people. And guess what? They were all Africans. In my mind, I was like, shame on us. How could we have abandoned the continent with land so rich that even when our parents threw away water that had seeds in them over a period of time, these seeds will sprout even without any proper agricultural method? How? But at that time, I was already trapped in the system. I worked so hard as a parking officer. And when I received my fair salary with joy, I called home so I could send my mother some money, only for me to be told that she had died 2 days earlier. At that moment, money lost meaning. The tree that I leaned on had fallen. So, what else was I working for? With time, I took solace in reading works by Sheikh Anta Diop and Chancellor Williams shaped my thinking from chasing jobs to creating value for myself. Therefore, my plans to transition to Europe stopped immediately. Why? I'll tell you. Europe is already developed. If Africa is still developing, then what will be my contribution? Creating something meaningful in my homeland will be more fulfilling than being used as a replaceable worker abroad. I ended my contract immediately and came home. At the airport, it started raining whilst we were exiting. So midway, I asked the taxi driver to pull over. I stepped out of the vehicle and stood in the rain until I was all drenched, even with my passport in my hand. When I returned to the taxi, he asked me why I did that, and I told him, bro, where I traveled to, we hardly saw rain. We both laughed and journeyed on. My coming home was never met with a victory clap. No, there were cold stares, whispers, and silent judgments. But I remained focused, inspired, by the single commitment to ensure that others do not travel the same journey that I had traveled. What happened next was that I began with my story. One day, a principal of a senior high school invited me to speak to the final year students, the group most vulnerable to risky migration. When the session ended, one student told me that he never heard the journey described that way. Another also said that he was reconsidering his journey. Now, if my story could change few minds, imagine what 1,000 stories could do. That session also made me aware that indeed, if I wanted change, then passion alone was not enough. I needed skill, system, and structure. That quest led me to this noble institution, Kanthari, where Mokpiera was born. Mokpiera in Dagari is a call to an unsuccessful migrant to return home and reinvent, if possible. But not all are able to withstand the pressure. For some of my African brothers that I'd returned home with decided to embark on the journey again, but this time around, using the Mediterranean Sea and through the deserts. These two dangerous migration routes recorded over 8,000 deaths in the year 2024, according to UN reports. Now, for any youth out there watching me, feeling stuck in the margins of society and probably thinking of embarking on the same journey again, you'll be asking me, so Samuel, what do we do? Here's the thing. You are the gold that you are looking for out there. And like any other gold, it needs external mechanism to uncover it. That is why we at Mokpiera have designed something special. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the golden tree. Whoops. Our tree is not standing. Just like many of us, our dreams, shaking, uncertain, but we'll fix it. Our golden tree has 4 stages. The first stage has to do with our golden flower. During this stage, we shall have a 3-week simulation game. The first week is full of excitement, anxiety, and a lot of expectations. We shall give our participants some money as well. But in the second week, reality will set in. There will be high cost of living, bills such that you'll have little money to send back home. And then the final week will be full of reflection and truth. Wow, the tree still not standing. But never mind. Next on our golden tree is the golden fruit. During this stage, we shall embark on an exposure tour in the northern region where we get to see and feel the richness of the place. And most importantly, visit businesses that are doing so well, where the leaders show us how they've been able to make it, showing that you can make it without risking your life. Still, the tree is not standing. What could be missing? The roots. Next on our golden tree is the golden roots. During this stage, we shall pour in the best of our skills, which is beginner skills. We believe that with the advent of technology, the gap between the north and south can be bridged. And also, we shall teach entrepreneurship and climate-friendly agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, voila! Finally, our tree is standing. But there's one more component missing, which is our golden leaves. When the wind blows It sends the leaves to different directions. That is how our participants will be. With the knowledge that you have gained, they will fall off from the golden tree and go out and then glow. This stands as a call to any youth out there tempted by the dangerous path of migration, that hope is never found in harm, and that if we also water our plants, it shall be greener. Thank you.